An explosion at an explosives plant in Tennessee led to 19 people missing. We have the implications and how the blast impacted nearby areas.
Here at Kent, a pink latte is bringing people together in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
15,000 measles cases have been reported in the United States. We have more information regarding the outbreak coming up.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Happy Friday evening, Portage County. Thank you so much for joining KSTV News at 6. I'm Sophia Elena.
And I'm Lexi Blatnick.
19 people are missing after a huge blast at an explosives plant in Tennessee this Friday morning. And the explosion happened around 7:45 a.m. local time, just an hour southwest of Nashville, in a factory that belongs to Accurate Energetic Systems. According to the local officers, the blast shocked nearby homes and triggered smaller explosions. The causes of the blast remain unknown, as the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives and the FBI are now handling the scene.
Very devastating blast. It encompassed one whole building that was on the facilities. We do have several people at this time that's unaccounted for. We are trying to be mindful of families and that situation. We do have some folks, we can confirm that we do have some that are deceased, but we're going to go back and, like I say, talk to these families, notify these families, and let these families know what's going on.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement conducted a raid on a Mount Vernon restaurant on Thursday afternoon. The city became aware of the raid at 12:30 at Pancho's Tacos, according to a statement made by the city. Mount Vernon City Police says that officials were not made aware of when the raid would take place, the nature of it, or the scope. According to the city, more information will be provided as it is gathered.
30-year-old man Brian Francisco was arraigned this Friday morning, accused of shooting a woman at North Canton apartment last night. According to local police, he fired into multiple apartments and at the police officers, causing panic in the surrounding community and hitting a resident who is still at the hospital receiving treatment. Francisco is facing 6 charges and is being held on a $1.1 million bond at the Stark County Jail and will be back in court on October 15th.
A Portage County grand jury has found a Kent man, Noah Baranis, guilty on 16 counts of first-degree felony rape. These charges stem from alleged assaults from 2 girls over several years ago. Each of the 16 counts come with a sexually violent predator specification. Baranis is being held in Portage County Jail and has a $1 million bond set in the county municipal court.
Tyler Slosher, and I hope you're enjoying some of that cool fall breeze blowing through the trees today. But first, let's take a look at the wider state of Ohio. Up in Toledo, it's actually quite a bit warmer. It's sitting at 70 degrees. But as we come south and east, Akron-Canton is going to be sitting around 64, similar over in Pittsburgh. And then it's going to continue to get warmer down in Columbus, Cincinnati, and Athens. Looks like it's just us enjoying all of that chilliness. As we zoom in here to northeast Ohio, we're going to see that things are, like I said, quite a bit chillier. The Cleveland area is sitting at around 66, while we here in Kent are sitting around 64. Same over in Youngstown and up in Ashtabula. Now, if we take a look at what we've got going on today here, we're going to see that we're sitting at about a max of 70 degrees, clear skies. It's been a sunny day, and I've been outside walking around. I can assure you it has been beautiful. Wind sitting at around a comfortable 11 miles per hour, getting that nice breeze going through, and a good amount of humidity. We can look what it's going to see tonight as we go towards towards midnight, and people are heading out into the downtown area. It's going to get cooler and cooler and cooler, going from 54 down to 50 as we get towards the end of the night for a grand low of about 47 degrees around 3 p.m. Now, that's all I've got for now, but make sure you stick around because I'll be back to walk you through what to expect for your weekend weather. Until then, I'll throw it back to Sophia at the desk.
Thank you, Tyler.
To mark Breast Cancer Awareness Month, her campus, Kent State, came up with a fun way to encourage the Kent community to support breast cancer research.
In partnership with Scribbles Coffee, they created a special drink called Her Latte. I spoke with her campus members and visited the coffee shop to learn more about this initiative.
We thought a little collaboration with Scribbles with a pink latte would be a great way to bring awareness.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and her campus joined forces with Scribbles Coffee to mark this month and make an impact.
It's not just like, let's just have a fun drink just to have a fun drink, but like, let's have a fun drink to actually have a purpose.
The iced raspberry latte is topped with a sweet foam and pink glitter. Each drink sold helps raise money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, with 15% of every sale going directly to the organization.
So when I was researching different foundations to donate to and who to support, they stood out because they wanted to fund more than research. They also wanted to support women who were going through breast cancer.
The collaboration aims to raise awareness and encourage Kent community to participate, with the idea that a simple everyday coffee can represent something bigger.
We all just agree that it's such an important women's issue to, do your self-exams, get your mammograms when you're of age, and just really be aware that this is something that can happen at any age.
It's crazy that we don't have a solve to this yet, and so it's so important to continue to raise those funds year after year and to continue to support those women that have gone through this, that have survived it, that have not survived it.
So far, according to Scribbles Coffee, the campaign has been a success, with over 10 lattes being sold just in the first day. The fundraiser continues throughout October, allowing consumers to drop by and contribute with each purchase.
So this one's really good. So it's a latte, so it's that really nice, milky, creamy latte, and it's a raspberry syrup. It's so sweet, so yum. It's kind of the perfect little mix of everything.
The sprinkle of like pink on top is just chef's kiss to me.
Temperatures are cooling down, and that means one thing: daylight savings time. Prepare to turn your clock back on November 2nd, where the sun will rise at around 7 a.m. and set at 5:20 p.m. Cleveland is projected to lose around 80 minutes of daylight throughout the month. This practice is an extend daylight throughout the winter months, but many leaders, such as the president, are calling for daylight savings to no longer be observed.
The Portager just released its 2025 Portage County Guide today. The guide is filled with events happening throughout October, divided by each city in the county, and Kent was not left behind, being one of the towns with the most events. The guide aims to help residents pick out their can-miss experiences around Portage County. All of these events and more, along with additional information, can be found on the Portager website.
The Cleveland Metro Park Zoo welcomed a new visitor today. The zoo invited the public to meet a 1-month-old eastern black rhinoceros calf. The calf's birth is a significant milestone to the conservation of the species. Not only were the zoogoers the first to see the rhino calf, but they were invited to name him. The zoo says that visitors can pick from names including Makina, Kinza, or Kamari, now through October 15th.
The Savannah Bananas are back on tour, and Cleveland will not be left behind. The baseball team is known for its games being full of performances with choreographed dances and tricks. And this time, they will be joined on tour by 6 other teams. In Cleveland, the Party Animals are scheduled to face the Clowns on September 25 and 26 of next year. More information and the full schedule can be found on the Banana Ball website.
In the U.S., an estimated 1 in 5.
Today is National Mental Health Day, a moment to raise awareness to issues related to mental health. Coming up, we have 5 facts mental health professionals want you to know.
A new team will now decide the recommended vaccines for children after a surprising move from health officials. More on this right after the break.
The great thing about a hearing check? No one makes you drink weird stuff, or drills your teeth, or dilates your eyes. It's just soothing me time in a quiet booth. Then bam, you can do the happy dance, because you're all done.
Untreated hearing loss puts you at greater risk for depression and anxiety. So what's holding you back? Let's see a hearing professional and get those ears checked. And let's dance.
Hey there, welcome to
Kent Core.
Kent Core.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
National Mental Health Day is today, and many issues regarding mental health are overlooked.
CNN's Mandy Gaither has 5 things mental health professionals want you to know.
In the U.S., an estimated 1 in 5 adults live with a mental illness, and that's why awareness is so important. At The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, clinical neuropsychologist Scott Langenecker says everyone should know 5 facts about mental health. First, don't limit your expectations of those who have mental illness.
Some of the most important innovations that we've had in the history of humans have been developed by people who also have mental health conditions.
Second, Langenecker says care is available like never before. Thanks to technology like video conferencing, more people struggling with mental health are being reached and are receiving personalized, high-quality care. Third, it's important to look at people in a holistic way. Seeing a person's diagnosis is only one part, and to consider how they are moving toward wellness and resilience.
Some of that can be embedded within their workplace and the supports that they have in their workplace or in their school. Some of that can be embedded within their relationships.
Fourth, Langenecker says there needs to be a shift in how we think about mental health. Focus on today and tomorrow rather than the past. If someone struggling has a bad day, learn from it and use that knowledge for a better tomorrow. And finally, you can make a difference to someone who is struggling by simply checking on them, especially when there's suicidal ideation involved.
Buying people time to really sort of reconsider what's happening in the moment and not getting lost in the crisis of the moment or a mistake of the moment.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
With Robert F. Kennedy's controversial changes within the Department of Health, many people are concerned.
With that, we turn to our own Stephen Strink for more. Stephen?
Health is affecting everyone across the country from New York to California. Let's take a look at it. Vaccines and their recommended childhood schedules are getting a look over. A new group of advisors will be a part of the outside committee for the Center for Disease Control looking over the schedule of childhood immunization schedule. The panel will be made up of all new members after Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fired all 17 previous members. It is not known who will be in the group. A measles outbreak is contributing to a record outbreak across the United States. The Center for Disease Control says that an average of 27 cases per week since the end of August has been reported. This year, over 15,000 cases have been reported nationwide. There have also been new measles outbreaks in Ohio and North Carolina, along with a surge of cases in Minnesota. Moving on to our nation's capital tonight, where Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. suggested during a cabinet meeting Thursday that there is a link between Tylenol, circumcision, and autism. Kennedy said that the link is that babies are given Tylenol after they are circumcised, and that is what causes the autism. President Trump went on to back Kennedy, saying that he thinks, quote, there is a tremendous amount of proof or evidence, end quote. For KSTV, I'm Stephen Strink.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Hello again and welcome back to your one and only KSTV weekend forecast. Now let's not waste any more time and look at what you can look forward to tomorrow. It's going to be nice and partly cloudy, plenty of sunshine to go around with only a slight chance of rain. I promise not too much to worry about, but hey, if you're a worrywart, I can't blame you. Grab an umbrella, something like that. The sunset is just going to be getting sooner and sooner as we go into winter. Here's hoping for that winter solstice coming sooner than ever. I know it won't affect anything, but we can all hope, right? The wind is going to be at a nice, easy 5 miles an hour. Humidity is going to be relatively high at 93 degrees, but with those cooler temps, I promise it's not going to hurt you too terribly bad. We go now into our extended forecast to take a look at further on in the week. Like I said, the weekend's going to look nice and pretty. 65 to 69 as we go into Sunday. Only light chances of rain, so you're not going to have to worry about it too bad. And as we go into the rest of the week, you're going to see similar, partly cloudy weather until we get to Wednesday, where you're going to see a little bit higher chance of showers and some more clouds floating around. And Thursday, we go back to that earlier weather in the week. And Friday, it does have a significantly higher chance of rain, sitting around 38%. But hey, if you're a gambling man, you might not have to worry too much about it, but be careful out there. Now, that is all I have for tonight. I implore you, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here at 6 p.m. Monday evening. Be there or be square. For KSTV, I'm Tyler Slosher. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Tyler. Trump has recently made a deal with AstraZeneca and is planning on taking a visit to Egypt on Monday. His wife Melania has also made an announcement about the children in Russia.
KSTV very own Faith Nelson has more on that. Faith?
Thanks, Lexi and Sophia. As they were saying, news from the White House has been rolling in. As of this morning, the Trump administration and AstraZeneca have agreed to cut prescription drug prices in the U.S. AstraZeneca agreed to sell drugs directly to Medicaid patients at the lowest prices it's offered in other wealthy developed countries. Trump uses the term most favored nation pricing, meaning that the U.S. would not pay more for a drug than the lowest price paid by other comparable countries. Americans have been outraged with how expensive prescription drugs cost compared to other countries. With this happening, Trump has threatened to put very high tariffs up to 250% on imported drugs. Trump plans to hold a summit of the world leaders on Gaza during his Egypt visit next week. This could cause the summit to rally additional international support for Trump's Gaza peace plan. Trump is expected to arrive in Israel on Monday morning, local time, to give a speech in front of the Nist and meet hostage families. Later on Monday, he will travel to Egypt to meet Sisi and participate in a signing ceremony along with other guarantors of the Gaza peace deal. The Leaders Summit will likely be held on Tuesday. First Lady Melania Trump said today at the White House that Russia has allowed 8 Ukrainian children to reunite with their parents. She said that she now has open channel communication with Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss the welfare and return of the children separated from their families because of war. That's all the news I have for you today. For more news from me, tune in next Friday on KentStaterTV.com. With KSTV, I'm Faith Nelson.
Is it okay over there? Is that good?
Jackie boy, look, we have been through a lot together.
Hurry up before this rain, this rain goes away.
Well, it's just, I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad!
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Solo stage where the player spends most of it being hunted down by Infinite. The weapon that performed the best here was the Drill Wispin. Its ability to...
He finally is like, I get it now. I get it. I have worth because I'm me.
Yeah,
and I really liked it a lot. Like, I'm not...
What are you staring at? How do you know it's me? No.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Hi everyone, I'm Zach Svensson. We have a lot going on in the sports world today, so let's get right into it with Flashes football. The Flashes football team comes back home tomorrow afternoon and hosts UMass for a homecoming showdown. This is the first matchup between UMass and Kent State in a decade, where the Flashes came out on top in a defensive showdown, winning 15-10. Both Kent and UMass are searching for their first conference wins of the season tomorrow. Kickoff will be at 2:30 Saturday afternoon at Dick Stadium. The Flashes volleyball team falls to Eastern Michigan 3-0 in a MAC conference matchup. Senior Mackenzie McGuire led both sides with 13 kills, and sophomores Leslie Ferruda and Haley Brenner led the Kent defense with 10 and 9 digs respectively. They took on Eastern Michigan once again today and will head to the University of Miami of Ohio next Thursday and Friday. We take a step back from our campus and we'll head into the NFL, where the Browns will head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers at Acrisure Stadium. This will be Browns rookie quarterback Dylan Gabriel's second career start after taking on the Vikings last week in London. He played pretty well against a strong Vikings defense. This week, Gabriel and the Browns will look to get back on track against AFC North Divisional against the Pittsburgh Steelers Sunday at 1:10, and you can watch the game on CBS. Now we head to MetLife for this week's Thursday night game, where the Giants host the Eagles, who are coming off a heartbreaking loss to the Broncos. We pick up after a Jake Elliott field goal where Jackson Dart finds Lil Jordan Humphrey for a 35-yard pass and catch. Now on 3rd and 8, Dart fakes to his left but decides to call his own number for the 20-yard scramble for 6. Giants lead 7-3. Giants again from the Eagles 37, 2nd and 9. Dart steps up in the pocket, now rolls to his right and makes the throw on the run and finds Wandale Robinson near the sideline, where Robinson breaks the tackle and finds his blockers and pay dirt for another touchdown nearing the end of the first quarter. Now 13-3 Giants after the missed PAT. Here for their 4th tush push in a row, Jalen Hurts finds the end zone for the Eagles, where they take a 17-13 lead. Now 2nd and goal from the Eagles 4. Cam Scadaboo gets his first touchdown of the night through a man's face, making it 20-7 heading into the break. We pick up in the fourth where the Giants are on the one, and Scadaboo gets his third rushing touchdown of the game to cap off a dominant second half from the Giants, where Dart picks up his second career win at home in as many starts. The Eagles get their second loss in a row, where they are scuffling with issues behind closed doors. Giants take this one by a final of 34-17. That's all for the world of sports tonight, folks. For Kent Stater TV, I'm Zach Svensson, signing off.
Warner Bros. And Mojang announced a movie sequel to a certain block-themed video game. We have how you can watch coming up.
Minecraft movie!
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
After the immense success of the first Minecraft movie, Warner Bros. Announced a sequel to the Minecraft-themed movie. Jared Hess is set to return to the director's chair for the follow-up. No information has been released on the cast or the story, but the studio says the, quote, plot details remain deep in the mine for now. The movie is set to release in IMAX theaters on July 23rd, 2027. Sophia, I have to ask, were you a Minecraft kid growing up?
I wasn't, although I played with my brother.
Just once?
A couple of times. I built my house, so.
And how magical was that?
Great. I was able to do all the house and all the things. It was very fun, very fun.
I personally am so hyped. This may come to a shock to everyone. I was a really big Minecraft kid, but that is all the time we have for you tonight.
Be sure to tune in on Monday at 6 for the Monday Newscast.
In the meantime, be sure to visit our website, kentstater.com, for more stories and updates. I'm Lexi Blatnick.
And I'm Sophia Lena. Have a great night, Portage County.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. We lost Leo when he was only 19, killed by fentanyl he didn't even know he was taking. He was my heart, my son.
My grandson. I wish you could have met him. Such a beautiful young man. Kind, smart, funny, sweet, a great kid.